Good afternoon, good evening, Christian friends and the followers. It's always nice to pay attention to what you have been arguing or you have been debating, discussing about the difference between Islam and other beliefs. Just like you have been trying to criticize to find wrong words or mistakes from the verses of the Quran and the Hadith of Prophet Muhammad with the translation of English. Anyway, whatever you have been hooked, interested in discussing, or maybe criticizing or finding fault about the wrong words of Islam's lesson, doesn't make any burden, doesn't make any problem with Islam itself. Why? Because Islam is the last religion decided by Allah, our God, the only one, beginning, never ending, and never died. Allah has never died and will never die, and that has decided that Al-Quran is the last book for you and for all mankind in the world. Even jinns, the invisible creatures, jinns, have to follow the Quran if they want to go back to the heaven. If they don't want to go back to the heaven to enter the Jannah, paradise, no problem. Just like you try to find mistakes, find wrong words, find faults, criticize, and then you try that your belief is right, it's no problem. It is common and it is your right to say that. But remember that Allah is always Allah, stands by himself, he's always noblest, holiest, most knowing, most powerful, greatest, and masters everything. I don't know what in your mind is. I don't know whether you want to try to find mistakes, to find wrong words, or try to make yourself accepted by people, or maybe you want to get followers, you want to make you popular, you want to have more subscribers or whatever. I don't know, because I cannot read your mind and I cannot understand, because you are so keen on getting and selecting the hadith of our Prophet Muhammad. Remember that Muhammad was elected and was already accepted by Allah, that he was the last messenger and the last prophet for all mankind in the world and jinns. And the Quran is the last book, the holy book, written in Arabic and can be understood by reading the translation. And of course, because it is the holy book, there is no mistake and there is no doubt. Allah has already said in the beginning of the Quran that in this book there is no doubt about it. But for whom? For people who believe in Allah and the last day, the doomsday, because one day there will be the last day, the doomsday, the day of revelation, finish. I mean resurrection, not revelation, but resurrection, and then there will be no creation but only destruction. When everybody has already been dead, destructed, at that time only Allah is alive. I mean, not because Allah is alive because he was dead, no, but no mankind is alive. No animal, so all things, all mankind, all animals, even all plantations, no hate, no hate. So the earth is flat, and then at the time Allah will say, hey, my creature, where is your king? Where is your president? Where is the one you used to worship? Where is he? Where are they? Why did you not want to worship me? No, everybody is dead. Nobody is alive. Even the soul drager of my angel is already dead. I am the master of the day and forever. That is the question. The question from Allah to challenge people who used to rebel Allah. For this time being, for this time, you can talk whatever. You can talk any words. You can criticize any criticism, find fault, find any mistakes, but later you will be dead. After you die, you will see that, oh, I'm wrong. I have lost. I'm lost so far. But that's too late. Why don't you try to think? Muslim people, 5 times a day, worship Allah, worship Allah, worship Allah, and do fasting, reading the Quran, doing good deeds. Don't try to look at bad people from Muslim. Remember that Allah will forgive sin from Muslim people because Allah has already promised, how much ever you sin, just like the sky and the earth, you come back to Allah, Allah will forgive. But Allah doesn't forgive one sin, that is idol worshippers. If you worship an idol, if you worship somebody, something beside Allah, Allah will not ever forgive you. And you will never be forgiven until later, when the day of judgment, the day of resurrection has come. You will be very suffering. You will be very regretful. Crying with your tears, with your blood. But no forgiveness, no excuses, no sorry for you. Why? Because you have been given brains, eyes, ears, hearts. Why don't you try to compare, read, think about? This is the use of ears, the use of eyes, brain, heart. My brother Christian Prince, I am very sure about this because I have met so many people. And I have already invited hundreds of people. I have seen some people when they were dying. Some were suffering. And many were enjoying the zest, enjoying the promises of Allah that I have already written in a special blog spot, the name of the blog spot, but still written in Indonesian language, Husnul Hayat Blogspot. If you write in the Google, orang-orang bergengsi, you will find my story. And you will see them. You will see successful people. I have seen them. I have seen them, and I have written down for our lessons. That's why mankind divided by Allah into two groups of people. The right side will be entering the heaven, as I have already said. The left side will be to the hell. The right side will be divided again. The level of prophecy, the level of pious people or godly people, and then believers, and then finally a man that has died by bearing witness La ilaha illallah, and the others Muslim people who sometimes make sin, sometimes make good deed, sometimes make sin, sometimes make good deed. But anyway, the right group of people, the right side of group of people will be forgiven. Anyway, why? Because they have borne witness La ilaha illallah. The sentence is just like password entering the heaven. What about the left side? Will never be forgiven. I'm so sorry about this. Why? Because I have already read in the Quran that Allah doesn't forgive idol worshippers if they are dead in the position that their mind, their heart, everything in their bodies are worshipping an idol. So La ilaha illallah, there is no God to worship but Allah, is very, very important for mankind before he is dead. That is minimally, mankind must have spoken, is bearing witness La ilaha illallah. No problem if you add Muhammad Rasulullah. Muhammad was the messenger of Allah. Minimally, okay? I'll see you again. You keep debating, but I don't want to make a debate because I have got a lot of experiences looking at dead people, dying people, not dead people, okay? Dying people, the second they are going to be dead. They are going to finish their life. And then they enter the second life. That's why I have made a lot of videos about my caring, and my loving, true love, giving information about the true religion from Allah, our God. Our God is beginning, never ending, has never died, and will never die. Immortal, live forever. Mankind is dead. Animal is dead. Okay? See you again. Bye-bye. I hope Allah will give you guidance to His heaven.